Hi folks, Clay here with episode 6 of Grow Time. I've already started my radish, arugula, and lettuce seeds. If you want to see how that's done, go back and watch the earlier episodes on my Grow Time playlist. Last week I started tomato seeds. If you look right here, you can see the first one is just starting to come up. I'm not going to sow any more tomato seeds because 2 to 4 tomato plants will be more than enough. And for your overachievers, you can see the slips are starting to grow on my sweet potato, and there's really good root development in the water. We'll let them grow a little longer before we start taking the slips off the potato. I am going to start some cucumber seeds today. This variety is called Muncher from American Seed. We'll get 3 seeds started in these yogurt cups. I'm just going to poke a hole in each one of these cups, a 1/2 inch deep, and drop 1 seed in each hole. These are fairly large seeds. Firm the soil around the seed and water them in. That's all the seeds we're going to sow for today. Cucumbers will need to stay indoors until all danger of frost is past, just like the tomatoes. For us, that's another few weeks. We're already past our normal last frost date, but we did have freezing weather last week, and the week before, and the week before. So now we've got radishes growing in the gardens. Still no radish bulbs. And we've got radishes growing in containers that still don't have any bulbs. That little lettuce plant doesn't look like it's grown at all in a whole week. But it has been rainy and cold the last few days. So maybe it will make good progress this week. And there are more radishes and arugula and lettuce that's been growing for 1 or 2 weeks. That soon they will need to go into garden spaces or in containers as well. 2 weeks ago I mentioned I was working on a new project. I'd hoped to reveal it last week on Grow Time, but I just didn't get far enough. We had a lot of bad weather last Saturday, but here it is. It's a miniature square foot garden, or a magic square, 2.5 feet in each direction. I transplanted in a dozen radishes last Sunday, and also the first container of arugula. And now I'm going to make my first harvest for Grow Time. I'm going to pick 2 arugula leaves. I don't know how much longer it will be till we get some radishes. I'm glad to see that we're getting something for all of that hard work. It isn't much, but it's a start, and with warmer days and plenty of sun, we should be able to harvest more and more each week. You can keep planting in your existing garden space, or you can keep using containers. I recommend you go ahead and turn over a 2.5 by 2.5 foot square garden space and plant in the ground. Looks like something was digging here. But we'll be adding additional plants into this square. Some lettuce. Put a tomato in a container on the edge. Maybe sow those cucumbers to run up the trellis we have in the corner. So that's it for today's episode of Grow Time. See you all next week. Keep planting those seeds. Those radishes will be ready to eat maybe in another week. Now here's the video we shot last Sunday preparing the bed. I cleared the grass from a 2.5 foot square area of my yard, put in this frame. My yard slopes fairly steeply, so the frame will allow the garden surface to be level. And then I loosened the clay down 1 shovel depth.
Anything has storage.
So you can see the dirt is loosened all the way down. Here's the pile of rocks that I took out.
Sure this is the kind of shovel I need?
It works. Ha!
Is that enough? Or?
One layer of compost from compost bin number 1.
Cultivate this up. Freezing it all.
One bag of garden soil to finish filling the bed. I transplanted in 1 dozen radishes and 1 container of arugula plants, and we'll see how they do over the next week.